Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky Setra. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you who are watching this channel for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe and share as well. So last week I was supposed to do this special video, but I couldn't do it because I was getting my daughter ready to go back to university. Anyway, so today I thought I should do a bonus video, and it is Q&A. So it's basically a lot of questions and answers I have had over the past few months, and I wanted to just answer those questions. I have directly answered the people who have asked the questions, but I think other people may be wanting to know about the same thing. Now, just to let you know, last week Saturday, 31st of July, was exactly 1 year since I posted my first video on YouTube. Without all of you, I wouldn't have reached there. Without you watching, without you commenting, liking and subscribing, I don't think I would have carried on till today. So I would like to say a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. Those of you who have watched but haven't subscribed, I would say thank you to you as well. Next time, remember to subscribe. Now, so let's carry on from there. I especially want to say a big thank you to my Nigerian friends. So my Niger people, thank you all for subscribing. You're number one. And UK people watching from the UK, Ghana, India, Kenya, Jamaica, Barbados, Zimbabwe, and Botswana, yeah, UAE, Nepal. I've got more, Zambia. If I've not mentioned your country, remember to remind me. Tanzania, Zambia, Uganda, Malta, and Israel. Thank you all for watching. Now I'm going to go straight to the first question. So today's topic is overseas or UK overseasness Q&A. So what are some of the questions? So those are a few of the common questions I have had. The first one is whether this person wanted to know whether she should do the English test before applying for a job. And my answer to that is yes. English is one of the requirements for the jobs, and most employers would want to know whether you have passed your exams before you're applying. So it's important to do your English test and all the other tests that are required. So this is in relation to nursing, or even if it's a senior carer job you're applying for, you need to have got your English test done and passed before applying. The second question I've got to answer is, do I need nursing experience before applying or registering with the NMC? My answer to that question is definitely yes. I think it is best for you to have at least 1 year experience in nursing. So after qualification, work for 1 year, get your experience before you apply, because when you come here, there would be some expectations of you. So it is better to have at least 1 year experience before you apply to NMC. Or probably if you get to 6 months, 8 months going, you can start the process. So by the time you've done everything, you are a year going. But I think it is best to do 1 year, have 1 year experience before you do that. Now, another question somebody asked was about qualification, substituting qualification for English tests. Yes, this is a question about people who are requiring or who wanted to apply for senior care jobs. So they can substitute their degree or qualification, I would say, for the English test. So these are people who have degrees that have been taught in English. This is not nursing, this is not for doctors, this is for senior carers, people who want to apply for senior care job or other health and care worker visa, in exception of nursing and doctors or those professionals whose requirements are different. So if you're applying for a senior care job or any other health and care worker visa, you can't go through the route whereby you can use your qualification to substitute that English which is required, also you don't have to write the English test. So what does that mean? So if your degree has been taught in English, that is if you've studied abroad, you need to apply through NARIC, which is NARIC, for confirmation that your English is equal or your degree is equal to the UK degree, master's or PhD. So as I said, this is not for nurses, this is not for doctors or other professionals. This is for people who, let's say, senior care workers or people who are applying to work in other health and care worker visa routes. So that's for you. Someone has also asked me, can a public health nurse apply for senior carer job? Definitely yes. As public health nurse, I know those in Ghana, they have so much experience. You can apply for a senior carer job if you want to. Another question, do you know agencies recruiting for senior carers now? I need to address this question. I don't know any agency, and I know as well that most of these agencies are preferring people who are seeking senior carer jobs in the UK, because previously senior carers were not part of the shortage occupation list. They've only just been added early this year. So the agencies, I think some of them are now trying to work towards that. I have done a video on a list of health and care and nursing recruitment agencies. So I would add it to the link. Most of those agencies, you can try them. And as I said, you can also try directly through NHS website. You can also try through care home websites and other agencies and see. Never say never. Give it a try. Another question is, which is the preferred city to move to? That's a question I've had from several people. Every city in the UK is beautiful. There are beautiful people there. So wherever you find yourself, I think you will be fine. But as I said again, there are some cities that are very expensive, especially if you're a newcomer in the UK. All your salary may go into paying bills and you may not have anything left. So the best thing would be go to outside of London, but don't be scared about going to London either, because when you're there, you would have to do extra shifts and things like that. And the salaries in London are slightly higher than if you are outside. So that could make up for all the expenses that are there. So you can think about that. But when you go outside of London, it is slightly cheaper. I also would say there are cities where you have a lot of minorities. So if you're a minority, you prefer to be around places where there are a lot of minorities. If you go too much inside, you find yourself being alone, a bit lonely and isolated, I would say. But there are people who are living in those areas and they're fine. It depends on how you live your life. You mind your business, you do your job, you go home, and that's it. Now, another question I've had was, how much do agencies charge? So this one, I will tell you straight away, all employers are paying these agencies to recruit staff for them. So you as a candidate, you do not have to pay any agency in order to get recruited. So if an agency is asking you for money, you run away. Don't go with them. So that's all I can say about that. They shouldn't be charging you to recruit you to UK. I know when they recruit you and you join your employer, you sign a contract, and some of the contracts will say you cannot leave until you've done 3 years with us. When you're signing contracts, just beware, look critically. Don't just sign because you're in a hurry to come to the UK. No, look critically. Otherwise, if you don't do that and you get here, you find yourself say, oh, I didn't know that. Look at all the little small prints. Now, somebody also asked me, how do I apply for the IELTS English test? When you go to the website, so just Google IELTS test, and you would find their website, and you can easily apply through them. And you can also check, actually there are different cities where the exams are written, so you can put in wherever you live and you would find all those details there. I can also put the link to IELTS website for you. Somebody also asked, those with no relatives in the UK, can I recommend a city where they can live? Now, I would say when I was coming to the UK in 2003, I do not have any family here, and when I moved to wherever I'm living now, I knew nobody. I was asking myself, my God, how is that place? I just went, I picked a coach and I went to that city, and I've been living there for the past 18 years, and I haven't moved anywhere. So it's a gamble, I would say. Just go. You will make friends. I have made a lot of friends from my own country, Ghana. I've made friends from Zimbabwe, Nigeria, everywhere. So you will make a lot of friends. So you'll be able to, and if you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, you go to the mosque, or if you're a Hindu, you go to the temple, you would meet people and you make friends. So do not worry about that. Somebody also asked, should I come with my family? Now, when I was coming, I did not come with my family. I left them behind because I was coming to a country where I knew nobody. I knew not much about the country. I said before in one of my videos, I thought when you talk about UK, it is just London. It wasn't. But I just came, and when you're moving, I don't think it is your personal choice, I would say. But me personally, I would say it is not advisable to come with everybody at the start. You can start their process of application for visa and everything, but I would rather come, because when you come, you'll be given an accommodation for maybe a month or 2 months or 3 months before you start looking for your own place. And I will say to you, in that situation, you're now coming to start working, to find your feet, find the areas, and also you're now coming to be preparing to do your OSCE in order to get your NMC registration. And so you want that peace and quiet to find your feet. So for me, I got my NMC registration before inviting my family over. So I think that is my personal experience. Others might have different experiences. Others may have different ideas. However you do it, there is no right or wrong. If you do have children, it is a bit difficult, because when you're coming with a child and you don't know anybody, you're going to be doing initially, it's likely you'll be doing Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 or so, whilst you're preparing to do your OSCE. Where would you leave your child? Unless you start using a nursery and all that, and you need money to pay for that. So it can be very difficult at the start. So I would say it's better you settle, you get your PIN, and then you can invite your family, because you need to show that you've got some amount of money in order to support them whilst they are here with you, each of them as well. So unless you have a lot of money and you can rent a place straight away with your family, then you can do that, you can come with them. Other than that, if it's better, I would say, to come, get your registration, start working, and then bring them over. I know that's a long talk, but anyway, sorry about that. Another question is, oh yes, somebody asked me, now Becky, you've been living in the UK for 18 years. During that 18 years period, have you ever considered moving to a different country? Now, at some point, yes, I thought about going to Australia, because one of my nursing colleagues left from Zimbabwe. She left here whilst we were working. I went to Australia and she's still there. I thought about Canada as well, but what happens is that when you have a family and they're all settled, the kids are in school, and you know, you have a mortgage and all that, you start thinking, am I going to start again? And for me, at the time when I came, I was already 32 years old, and I've tried to start settling. And now my thinking is, am I going to go all the way to Australia, USA or Canada and going to start all over again? So because of that, I decided no. And also the distance is quicker from UK to Ghana. If something is happening back home, you can easily go on the next flight and go home. But if I go to Australia, only God knows, it might take almost about 18 to 24 hours or more, or even 48 hours for me to get to Ghana. So for that reason, I decided no, UK is closer to home. So yes, that's why I stayed here. Another question somebody asked is, what benefits can I get, or do nurses or healthcare workers or senior carers get any benefit when they come to UK? And my answer to that question is no. So the visa that we come on, I came on a work permit, and I think it's similar to what is being given currently. That visa, there is a clause there which says that you do not have no recourse. It says no recourse to public funds, which means that you are not entitled to any benefits until you get your indefinite leave to remain. So you can ask, there might be one, probably tax credit, child tax credit. I'm not too sure. You may have to ask about that, but no, we are not allowed to have any benefits. You cannot apply for council housing or anything. So yeah, that's the answer to that. Another question somebody asked me is, how do I find out about my employers in the UK? Because when you're coming, yes, it's very exciting, but at the same time, you would be a bit anxious about it. So you want to know, are they good employers? All you need to do, put the name of your employers into Google them, and you find out. If you want to know how they are or what their employees are saying about them, just check on the company's employee reviews, what they are saying about the company, or just check on the review in general, and you'll find a lot more about that employer. The only thing I would say is that do not be discouraged if you see a few negative reviews. Those reviews may be staff who are aggrieved about their employers, or, you know, those are people's personal opinions and people's personal experiences. That is what they base their reviews on. Your personal experience might be different, but at the same time, if you realize that there are a lot of bad reviewed or negative reviews, then you should be, you know, getting yourself ready for that. Or you could ask yourself, why is that? There are some websites you will see a lot of negatives and you see a few positives, or the other way around. But you know, life is how you make it yourself. Another question I have been asked is, if I have a medical condition or a long-term condition, what do I do? So the healthcare system in the UK is completely different from what we have back home. I'm from Ghana, so I can talk about Ghana. When I'm unwell, I can just go to a doctor or a private clinic or general hospitals and be seen. But over here, when you're unwell, you go through your general practitioner, which is a primary care practitioner. So the best thing I would say to you, if you have blood pressure or any other long-term condition and you're on medication, make sure you bring at least 2 or 3 months supply of your medication with you, so that you will not be run out. And as soon as you come, wherever you're living, just try and register with your nearest GP. That's the general practice close to you. Just Google GP practice near me, and then now Google is so good, it tells you everything. Just Google that and you would find your nearest general practice, and you can register with them, so that it takes a few weeks, about 2 weeks, 6 or up to 6 weeks for you everything to go through. So bring a lot of medication, 3 months supply. Over here, you cannot just go to the pharmacy and buy any type of medication. There are some medications that are prescription only medication, so it has to be written by a doctor. So bring those special medications with you. You can buy paracetamol, ibuprofen, and a few other ones over the counter. Someone also asked me how much is rent in the UK. So the rent depends on where you live. Some cities are quite expensive, others are manageable. So what I will suggest is, there is a website called Zoopla and Rightmove. Wherever you're going to be living in the UK, what you can do is just put the name of that city in this website. So I would add the links to the website to the description. Go there, put the link in there, or put the name of the city in that website, and then just find out 2-bedroom house or 3-bedroom or 1-bedroom flat. You would be able to see what is going on. Averagely, it would tell you how much those rents would be. Also, there are some areas that have issues, like antisocial behavior, robbery. Not many robbery. We don't have like armed robbery that we have back home. No, it's not like that here. No one would come with balaclava in their face to come and knock your door and shoot you. No, not things like that. There are petty things. So you can search as well in those websites about crime in the area, antisocial behavior in those areas. But once again, as I said, if you mind your own business, you would be fine. Now, today, because I am celebrating my anniversary, I have got 2 nurses fob watches I'm going to be giving out. So 2 of them, there are 2 people that have stood out for me, so I've picked them. One of them, her name is Juliana Efum, and another one is Rosanna. I'm going to send you messages so that I would get your addresses, and I'll post these 2 nurses fob watches to you. They are blue, very beautiful. So you never know what would come next. When I get my first 1,000 subscribers, I may throw some surprise out there, so you need to keep watching. Remember to subscribe. There are 2 people who told me they are not nurses, but they are watching my videos because they want to just come and see and listen to me. I'm happy with that. So far as it makes you happy, you know yourselves, I'm happy with that. Anyway, thank you to all of you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care and bye-bye.